Hey guys, Kaiju here, and today we're going to do another figure review. And today's figure review is on Bogun, the Dreamworks version. Now, Bogun here is one of the monsters that I got in, I believe, my second haul. I'm not exactly sure if it was that or the third one, but someone can leave it down in the comments below. Anyway, Bogun is a pretty cool monster, and one that I was kind of stoked to get because it's another figure kind of like Gudon that I've wanted for a very, very long time. And I finally got my hands on one. So let's get into his review. We'll, of course, start off with detail, so we'll bring him in so you guys can see him better. Bogun has a lot of nice detail, and for a company that isn't Bandai, it is incredible. Lots of nice ridges or scales, I'm not exactly sure. His back is probably the most detailed part of the figure, actually. Just a lot of nice wrinkles. If I lift him up a little bit, you can see his legs also have quite a lot of detail. And bringing him in closer, we'll start from bottom head to the top head. Very, very nicely detailed, although I wish the teeth were sculpted out a little bit. Other side is just as nice. And then moving him back a little bit, the top head is also very nicely detailed. And actually, his teeth are sculpted out. His bottom teeth are sculpted to where they're not in the mouth mold, I guess you could say. A little minor complaint, kind of. This is not what Bogun actually looked like. I'll put a picture on screen of what he looked like in his Ultraman appearance, but Bogun did not look like this. However, I actually really like it. I like these colors significantly more than the ones that were in the show. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but for some reason these colors are more appealing to me. Anyway, now we'll go on to articulation. He has actually a couple points for a monster that looks like this. His whip can move 360 as well. His waist can kind of swivel. It's very tight though, so he's probably going to only get to look that far, that direction, and that far, that direction. And his legs can also rotate. Not 360, but they can definitely rotate. So 4 points, which is pretty basic for most monsters, but for one that looks like this, pretty good. We'll move Bogun off to the side for a second so we can get him in sizing. First, we'll compare him to a recent review, Super Pazuzu. Bogun basically dwarfs Super Pazuzu, and I don't blame either of these figures for that. Bogun is from a different line, so of course he won't scale amazingly with Bandai figures, and since this is my only Dreamworks figure, I unfortunately cannot compare him to any of the other ones. So, my apologies for that, but if you have Super Pazuzu, you can see how big he is next to Bogun. For a figure that's slightly more common, we'll compare him next to the Bandai Creations GMK Ghidorah. And yet again, different companies, so sizing inaccuracies really can't be blamed on any figure. I know a lot of people have this version of King Ghidorah, so if you're one of those many people, you now know how large he is next to Bogun. And finally, we'll compare him to an even more recent review, Gudon. And I think it's pretty appropriate since Gudon is usually teamed up or eating Twin Tail, and Bogun basically looks like a more evolved version of Twin Tail, so I guess that's kind of fitting. That's all I have to say about Bogun. I hope you guys did enjoy this review. This marks off all 3 figures, including Super Pazuzu, Goldoros, and Bogun here, that I got in whatever haul I got all 3 of those in. So next I'm going to be focusing on my first haul and my second haul if I missed any figures there. Stay tuned for those. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.